Hi everybody, it's Sierra, and for this video I wanted to talk about why I want to lose weight, for the good reasons for my future and some bad reasons from my past, the stories. So for most people who want to lose weight, it's because they're not happy with their body. And don't get me wrong, I am okay with my body, but I'm not as happy as I could be. So, one of the stories that I remember very vividly of my past was I was in my senior year of high school, and it was about the end of the year where I was going to graduate. And one of our trips for the seniors was going to Six Flags. I love Six Flags. I always went as a kid with choirs and with my friends, my family, and this specific time I was probably 239 pounds, give or take a few, and I remember being in line for the Medusa, and when I got on the ride and we had to pull and strap ourselves in, it was very embarrassing at the fact that I had to have someone help me to buckle myself in because I couldn't get the harness to click. And at that point, I was so embarrassed because I had to ask a guy to come over and please push and so I can strap myself in. And at that point, I realized I'm getting too big. And that's one of the reasons why I want to lose weight, is because I want to be able to go to places and go on roller coasters. I want to go to Disneyland and ride all the rides there. And I know that for some bigger people, it's a lot harder to fit in the seats. That's one reason. Another reason is because as a bigger person, I'm very lazy. I am so lazy. I would rather sit on a couch and watch movies all day, watch TV shows, be with friends, sitting on a couch, and I don't really go out and go places. I remember one time I was walking with my sister. We went to the store, and I remember walking back, and I had this bag of chips in my hand and I was eating them. And I remember a car driving past me and some random man, shouting out his window, "Put the chips down, you have your whole life ahead of you." And at that point, it was so horrible for me because I thought, wow, I must really be that big and that fat for some random guy who's going about his day to slow his car down enough so he can roll down his window and shout out to me to put the chips down. And I remember going home with my sister that day and I was in tears. I was feeling so horrible about myself because someone just pretty much kind of called me fat. And that's one thing I hate about people these days. They think it's okay to shame somebody because of their body type. And it's horrible. I've had so many experiences with people calling me fat and shouting out that I need to lose weight or to stop eating junk food. Another time I was with somebody and I was sitting on someone's lap and some girls from a middle school decided to shout out to me and laugh about it that, hey, I'm probably numbing his legs. And it was, at this point, it was a rude awakening. It wasn't hard, it was just rude. And because of that, earlier in the last video, I told you guys that I'm a very big eater. If I get depressed, I will eat. And that caused me to eat, and that caused me to gain weight. And it was so horrible. Another experience I had was I was walking with my sister, again, to the store. And when we got to the store, I was so out of breath. And it was horrible. I was out of breath. I felt like I had to sit down because my legs were hurting. I couldn't breathe. And I felt so useless. This a recent time that my sister and I walked to the store after I started working out and stuff like that, I realized that we got to the store and then on the way back, I was feeling fine. When we got back to our house, I wasn't out of breath. I actually felt energized. I felt great. My feet didn't hurt. My legs didn't hurt. I wasn't breathing really bad like I usually do. And that makes me feel great about myself. That's one of the reasons why it's pushing me. I'm pushing myself to lose weight. Another reason is I want to be more active. At some point in my life, I want to have kids. And kids themselves are very hyperactive. They run around. They want to go do things. They want to go to the park. They want their parents to run with them and play with them. My kids at some point will probably be in some type of sports. And I would want to practice with them. I want to do that. And as of right now, being 260 pounds, I can't do that. Another reason is I love my body. Sometimes. I'm trying to feel more beautiful and better about myself. And to know that even though I am big, I'm beautiful. And it's a lot harder for me to understand that. And I've been trying really hard. But there are a lot of times where I look in the mirror and there's a mirror right behind me, well, behind the camera. And I look at myself and I constantly tell myself, well, I have a pretty face, that's good enough. It's not enough. I want to be able to look in the mirror and look at myself, look at my body, and think, wow, I'm beautiful. And right now, at the weight I am, I can't really do that. It's very hard for me to do that. So losing some weight is, for me personally, to make me feel comfortable in my own skin, to make me want to walk around in short sleeve shirts or tank tops or in a bathing suit to go swimming. I don't go swimming. I haven't been in a pool for years because I am so afraid that people will stare. And that is my biggest fear, is walking around and having people stare at me. I want to lose weight for one specific reason. One specific reason out of a whole bunch of reasons. I'm engaged. And when it comes time for me to get married, I want to look beautiful in my wedding dress. That's like one of the big reasons, okay? But it's really hard. And there are a lot of times in my diet that I look at something. I go into the cafeteria at my college and I'm like, I really want a cheeseburger. I want a cheeseburger. Oh, that pizza looks so good. I want a slice of pizza. And there are a lot of times where I do that, and I do have it. And then I feel really crappy because then I remember I'm doing so well in my diet. I shouldn't have eaten that. I shouldn't have had that burger. I shouldn't have had that slice of pizza. And it's really crappy. It's an ongoing battle that you have to deal with every single day because no matter where you go, there's always fast food, there's great food, there's drinks, even Starbucks, I've been wanting Starbucks so bad, but even if I get, my drink is a mocha light frappuccino with sugar-free mocha. That's my drink. But that drink is still hundreds of calories, and it really does suck. That's another reason why I want to lose weight, is I want to get down into a comfortable weight range that I feel comfortable eating this stuff, knowing that I'll still be okay, you know? I want to travel at some point. I want to travel around the world. I think that's everybody's dream, and if it's not, well, good luck with your dreams too. But my dream is to travel, and in order to travel, a big part of traveling is walking. I want to be able to walk places. I want to walk along the Great Wall of China. I want to walk around Germany and Paris and Italy and go around the US. But I can't do that with me being my weight now. I could, but it won't be the best experience I can have if I was a little bit skinnier. So these are just some reasons why I personally want to lose weight. I'm sorry if I rambled. I'm still trying to get used to this, but you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video is so people can see that it's not just them that are having a hard time. It's not just them that have all these dreams that they're afraid to go on because of their size. I'm having a lot of dreams that I want to do, but I can't see myself doing them because of how big I am. And it feels great being able to talk about it and not think it and not have it in the back of my mind. And it feels amazing to have you guys listen and some of you comment about how you're going through the same thing. It's just absolutely amazing. So, see you at the next video.